Community problems can be difficult to solve, especially when local efforts only tackle the symptoms of those problems instead of what's driving them. Root cause analysis is a process to understand the cause of a problem instead of just its symptoms. Addressing these causes improves problem solving. While root cause analysis is a great tool, in our experience it's often incomplete. People often forget some important causes during the process and only rely on what first comes to mind. This is an issue because it can reinforce the status quo and promote victim blaming, where individuals, particularly residents, are blamed for problems instead of focusing on a system of structural causes. How can you avoid this? Help people consider a wide range of causes by adding a systems lens to your root cause analysis. Let's look at 6 different types of system root causes you could consider. Let's talk about each of these system root causes related to the problem of health inequities, or differences in health outcomes across groups of people. System root cause 1: mindsets. Mindsets are attitudes, values, beliefs, and goals that shape people's behavior. Mindsets also relate to the goals people prioritize for their efforts. For example, a common mindset contributing to health inequities is the belief that health is solely determined by an individual's choices, like the choice to eat healthy food, and is unrelated to conditions where they live, work, and play. Here's an example root cause question. What local beliefs, values, or attitudes are contributing to this problem? System root cause 2: power. Power has to do with how decisions are made and who participates. A common power root cause contributing to health inequities is when community decisions are made behind closed doors by a small group of powerful leaders, versus through a more collaborative process involving diverse stakeholders, including residents. Here's an example root cause question. How are local power dynamics and decision-making processes causing this problem? System root cause 3: regulations. This includes policies, laws, practices, procedures, and daily routines that guides people's choices and behaviors. Common regulation root causes contributing to health inequities include eligibility policies for supports or opportunities. For example, program applications that will require a permanent address disadvantage people who are homeless. Here's an example root cause question. What policies, procedures, or other rules and regulations are causing this problem, and how? System root cause 4: connections. This includes the exchanges of information and resources between people and organizations. A common connection root cause contributing to health inequities is limited service referrals between local organizations. Here's an example root cause question. How are the current connections and exchanges between local people and organizations causing this problem? System root cause 5: components. Components refers to the range, quality, effectiveness, and location of relevant services and supports. A common components root cause contributing to health inequities is when needed services, like a healthcare clinic or an adult literacy program, are offered at locations and times that are difficult for people to use. Here's an example root cause question. How is design and delivery of local programs, services, and supports causing this problem? System root cause 6: resources. Resources refer to human, financial, community, or environment, or social resources. A common resource root cause contributing to health inequities is when local residents and service providers aren't aware of available programs and supports. Here's an example root cause question. How is the availability and condition of local resources causing this problem? Check out this tool to help ask systemic root cause questions at your upcoming meetings and conversations. Interested in getting more practice with these ideas? Pick one of these 6 system root cause areas and pay attention to examples that come up during the week. For example, listen to these root causes in meetings, conversations, and in the news. Then, pick another root cause area to practice with next week and continue until you've gone through all 6.